Hi guys, James here, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. In today's video guys, I'm going to be sitting down and just talking about some new makeup releases, some ones that have just launched or are launching very soon. Now in this video I've decided I'm only ever going to talk about 10 different new makeup releases, just because I feel like these videos can be very long, so I've limited myself to 10 new makeup products. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been saving some new makeup releases that I've seen that are interesting. There's a lot of makeup releases, and if I talked about every single one, we'll be here for 3 or 4 hours. So just tend to save the ones that I like the look of or have caught my eye and I would like to talk about. So I have 10 saved on my phone from Instagram, from Trend Mood, and then I've also got them from some indie Instagram pages as well. I always do try and credit those pages from Instagram where I've got the reels or the photos from and the information from. And how I do that is I include the Instagram banner when I screenshot and put them up on the screen for you guys. So I will scoot this side and then we can put all the information on this side as I'm talking about everything. But yeah guys, I'm really excited. If you do like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so the first item we're talking about is from Danessa Myricks. Now this has already launched. It is probably a week or almost 2 weeks old, but I still want to talk about it because these have really caught my eye. I will also include a couple of photos of some people reviewing this on TikTok because I thought their videos were very entertaining and very interesting. They are some of my favorite creators I follow, so I just want to give them credit by playing their whole video, so you guys can go watch that and then I'll come back.
She's going to slay and she will show no mercy. 2 words, Danessa Myricks, and you're not ready for this. Drama, intensity, pigment, yes. The new Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks. The Color Fix got an upgrade, but Danessa will never give you something basic. She has foils on one side and metallics on the other side. Probably the first review you will see of Color Fix Sticks from Danessa Myricks, and this is the futuristic makeup I signed up for. There are 10 different shades. We are swatching. There is foil on one side and there is the metal on the other side. First time I saw these, my jaw was literally on the floor. It's like rubbing an ice cube on your skin. I don't know how she does it, but she does it every single time. No excuses at all. Actually pick them up and put them on your skin and you're done. Wait till you see the purple color. That needs to go on my eye right now. She has intensity. Do you need more than this? This is 2016 makeup in 2025 and this will still be relevant in 2050. For $38, you're getting way more than you should. Drama, intensity, pigment, yes. And these are so dramatic is because it has pearl pigment and 50% water. So the drama and the sizzle on your eye would be intense. Every single shade will work, but I just want to show you how stunning this blue metallic color looks like on my eye. This is complex makeup made easy for everyone, and if you like a shade you can literally pull that out and take it with you. These are detachable, so functionality is also there. But I'm not done. Taking the metallic foil and just pressing it on top. This is supposed to add the sparkle and the twinkle in the night sky. I hope the camera is catching them. The gentle reminder to the rest of the brands, do not sleep, get to the lab. It's going to amplify in the inner corner. Pick up one of the gold bronze colors and give your whole eyelid a beautiful wash of bronze gold shimmer. Blend this one out with my fingers because it's that easy. She meant business. Wow, you cannot put a price on inclusivity and innovation. I apologize if I got carried away, but look at the swatches on my hand and look at the pigment on my eyelid. Overwhelmingly beautiful. I just don't even know how to explain this.
Item we're talking about is their Color Fix Sticks. Now these are very interesting. This is not a new concept. There's a lot of color sticks or color pencils or eyeshadow pencils or whatever you want to call them. These are a duo. The reason that this has caught my eye is they actually seem to work for people with mature eyelids or eyelids that have like wrinkles like mine do. I have tried to use a lot of color sticks or eyeshadow sticks and they always skip, so I always get like gaps in my eyelid and I'm always trying to fill them in, and it takes the fun away because you're just blending a lot of that shimmer or the metallic away from those eyeshadow sticks when you have to blend. So I don't tend to use these, but these have caught my eye. Now if I can't see the prices on the save post that I have here, I will put them up on screen. They will be in US dollars. I am in Australia here, but all the prices that I mentioned, unless I say so, they will be in US dollars. So these actually launched almost 3 weeks ago. I am filming this on the 17th. This launched on the 1st of the 7th, so almost 3 weeks ago. I'm really excited about these. These all look really, really pretty. So they are a duo. There are 10 shades, and each color stick has a metallic end and then a foiled end. There are some particular shades that I really, really like the blue and the charcoal shades. They look really, really pretty. The reels and the ad campaign for these look really, really good and do make me want to buy them. Now, the Danessa Myricks is quite expensive. I think their eyeshadow palettes retail for about 200 to 250 Australian dollars, so they are very expensive. So I'm assuming each of these duos are probably about $50 Australian, which is very, very expensive for a shadow stick. But if they ever go on sale, I might pick these up. I don't know if these are limited edition. They might be, so I might never get my hands on them. But if they're not limited edition or I win the lotto, then I might pick them up. That is the first item. I'm going to pass on those, but I would buy them if I had the money. So it's not a complete pass, but I'm passing for now. All right, the next item we're talking about is from Makeup Revolution. They've just released a reel showing these Bounce Blur blushes. It just says stay tuned for our new launch. This one's a total ace. Now I'm kind of assuming that it has like something to do with Wilburton, the tennis match in the UK, what it's called, Wimbledon. I'm not saying it right, but you know what I mean. Makeup Revolution is based in the UK, so I think they have that type of like connection with the tennis because of the reels. They've got like tennis balls with the word revolution over it, and then in the reel they got people playing tennis on the product. It says it's a bouncy blur blush, which doesn't really make sense to me because I've never thought to myself, I wish I had a blush that was bouncy, because that doesn't really make sense. It's the cheeks that are going to be like bouncy, not the blush. Unless there's like a plumping formula that's meant to puff up your cheeks when you apply it, and then it kind of becomes bouncy. I don't really get that, but I do like Makeup Revolution's products. Usually they're powder products. I'm not a huge fan of their foundations, concealers, or setting sprays or anything like that, but I do like their powder, blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So I don't know about this. If I see it in store and I test it out, because it will come out at Priceline eventually, I don't know if it will be available straight away, but eventually it will come out. I will maybe test it out in store, and if I like it, then I will test it out on my channel for you guys. So that's item number 2. And now for item number 3 is from Morphe. Now these look really, really interesting, and I know I'm going to pick some of these up, at least 2 shades. These are the new Shape Lifter Micro Contour Sticks. Now these are super slim contour sticks. Now I was very skeptical at first. I'm like, oh, but I don't want to have to like fill in my forehead back and forwards with a very like small thin tip. But I actually like the look of these, especially for nose contours and just the tops of your cheeks where you want like that sunken, you know, contour look. And that's what I would use them for. So I'm actually really excited about these. Morphe is very affordable, and eventually they'll come to Australia. They're usually quite late when they come to Australia. This would be all reviewed and everything by the time it comes out, but I can definitely see myself using this for a nose contour. I also did see a reel where this girl used it on her eyelids as like a cream bronzer eyelid shade, so I thought that was really unique. I'm going to pick some of these up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades, and I think 2 of them will work for me as like the cool tone contour that I want on my cheeks. So I'm excited about these. I'm going to pick them up when they finally come to Australia. These are exciting. I'll pick them up. Next item we have is from Hollow Grave Cosmetics. Now, this is an interesting setup of an eyeshadow palette. I don't really like the layout of it. It's confusing me, and my OCD doesn't like looking at it. And also the swatches look kind of dull. The swatches look like swatches that I would do, and if I was trying to sell a palette, I wouldn't do swatches on my arm and then take photos with it, just because I'm horrible at swatches. And I'm not trying to be rude, but these swatches don't make me want to buy the palette. I love watching swatch videos and also watching people like do the beautiful, almost a blurry effect on their swatches, so you can see the sparkles really shift. These product shots are not doing it for me, but also the pigments are not as bright as what I would hope for. It is a 33-pound eyeshadow palette, so there are a ton of shades, pastel, neutral shades, and also darker and lighter shades as well in this palette. It's between a rainbow and a pastel palette, which is, it's pretty, but it's not for me. And it's also priced for $66 US, which is almost probably $110 Australian, which for that money, the shimmers have to really be mind-blowing for me to spend that money on an eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to pass on this, but congratulations to the brand. I just feel like maybe the product shots of the actual swatches could have been better. Now, talking about palettes, Natasha Denona has just released some photos of their newest mini palette. Now, this is the Gloom Mini Eyeshadow Palette. It has 5 shades in it. It has 3 shimmers and 2 mattes. These I never pick up because I just don't justify paying $45 Australian, which is what these Natasha Denona mini palettes cost in Australia. $45 for 5 shades is just, for me, is a waste of money. And also the shades are a little confusing. We've got like a charcoal green shade. We've got almost like a peachy pink shade. There's a yellow snot green mustardy shade in this palette, which I have a ton of those shades in a lot of my other palettes. There's like a champagne shimmer, which is boring because they do that in every single palette they release. And then there's a cool tone dark brown, which I have in a ton of my other palettes. So I'm going to pass on this one. I know a lot of people love Natasha Denona, so I'm sure the launch will do great for them. Also releasing at the same time is the taupe eye crayon in the full size, and that retails for $24 US, so in Australian dollars that's about $39. So I think that's just a pass for me because I would never spend $39 for an eye pencil. Next we have something from Rode Beauty. So they are releasing the Rode Summer Collection, and that is a peptide tint in Lemon Teeny Pocket Blush in the shade Tan Line, plus a Sun Soak Summer Kit Summer Lip Case. The lip treatment that comes with this collection just looks like a lip balm in a yellow packaging. And then they've got the phone case where you can actually put the lip treatment that clicks into the back. I'm going to pass on this one. I've never tried anything from Rode Beauty, and there's nothing that I've wanted to try. I don't need a phone case. I have a phone case already, and I'm never going to carry one that looks like this. That just looks annoying to me. And then for the blush, I'm actually not buying any more blushes right now because I have probably 30 blushes in my drawer right now, and I need to go through them. I don't need to buy any more. So I'm going to pass on that one, but congratulations to Rode Beauty or whoever owns Rode Beauty, because Hailey Bieber did sell that, so I don't know who owns it, but congratulations to them. The next launch we're talking about is from Adept Cosmetics. This is the EBE eyeshadow palette, which is like an alien themed palette. The color story looks really, really pretty. Adept Cosmetics is quite expensive. They also have very similar packaging, if not the same packaging as Natasha Denona palette. So I think they've got like the same factory that does their packaging, because it has exactly the same packaging. It's got the little holes at the back where you can pop the shades out and everything. The shimmers from Adept Cosmetics are outstanding. I really do like them. I've got one palette from them. They are very expensive. I think this will probably retail for almost $120 to $130 Australian. So I'm not going to buy it because I just think it's very expensive. Now in the reel that I'm watching, and I'll have up on screen for you, there are only 5 mattes in this palette. I like to have more mattes out of an eyeshadow palette because usually when I do an eyeshadow tutorial, I use 3 or 4 mattes on my eyes. Then I might use 2 or 3 shimmers. One is an inner corner, and then one on the outer, and then one on the inner. So I like to have more mattes than there are shimmers because I tend to use more mattes when I do an eyeshadow look. But this is a pretty palette, and I'm sure it will do very well. I will watch a ton of reviews on YouTube when this starts getting reviewed because I love watching new releases, especially from Adept Cosmetics. But this is a pass for me just because I know it's going to be like $130 Australian. So I'm going to pass. Also, the shipping from Adept Cosmetics is quite expensive to Australia. So again, I'm going to pass on that one. But congratulations to them. Next, we have a new release from Fenty Beauty. Now, this looks really, really pretty. It is a Gloss Bomb lip gloss, and it looks really pretty. It is called Unicorn Blizzard, and it has 3 different shades. As soon as you dip the applicator in and out, it will mix up. But I think I'm going to pass on this one just because I have 4 Fenty Beauty lip glosses already. I don't need another one. Plus, these are $39 Australian, so they are quite expensive. And this is the size of them. They're not that big, and for $39, I expect more. I'm going to pass on this one, but it does look really good. So congratulations to Fenty Beauty. The next item we're talking about is from Benefit Cosmetics. It is available now at Sephora and Ulta. I don't know if it's available in our Sephora here in Australia, and it is their 40 shade foundation range, which is pretty cool because that's very inclusive. A lot of the shades do look very similar though. I'm looking at the shades in the photos and a lot of them look very, very similar. So probably they could have done without 15 shades because 15 of them look the same. But congratulations to have 40 shades anyway. It is their smoothing blurring foundation with medium weightless coverage and niacinamide that improves the look of your pores and skin over time. Now, it is priced at $47 US, which is mind-boggling for a foundation because that would retail for about $75 Australian. That's mind-boggling. That's a lot of money. I would never buy a foundation that retails for about $75. I have in the past. I bought the Urban Decay foundation, and that does retail for about $70 to $75 Australian. Never again. I love it, but I can't justify paying that much when my drugstore foundations retail for about $20. So I can buy 3 or 4 of those for the same price as one of these. So I'm going to pass on this foundation. I also don't know if it's available here in Australia, but I'm going to pass on it because I can't justify paying that much for a foundation. But again, congratulations to Benefit Cosmetics for bringing out a new foundation line. Alright, I think the last item we're talking about is something close to home. This is a new launch to an Australian brand, which is the Kind Collective, and they have 3 new eyeshadow palettes which look really interesting. I want to try and pick some of these up from Priceline or Big W because that is where they are available right now. Their post on Instagram says, introducing the newest addition to our powerful pigmented and ultra blendable eyeshadow palettes. A customizable eyeshadow palette packed with pigmented and versatile matte shades, shimmering hues, and a new ultra metallic finish. Now I don't know with this post it says customizable eyeshadow palette. I don't know if that means on their website you can buy 9 shades from these 3 palettes and put them in an eyeshadow palette and have it shipped out to you, or if the palettes themselves are magnetic and you can take each of these shadows out and just like make your own palette within all these shades. It doesn't say in this post, and I have looked on their website and I can't really see anything more about it, so I might just have to buy one of these palettes and see what it means. The one with the cool tone grey shades in it, that's the one that has my eye, so I might pick that one up. If the palettes are magnetic, I'm surprised that they haven't put that in the post because that is something that would make people buy a palette more if they know they can rearrange the shades to their likeness. So I think that they've dropped the ball advertising wise, but we can talk more about that when I buy one of these palettes and review it here on my channel. So keep an eye out for that video. And that, guys, is everything I've got to talk about in this video. I do hope that you liked all the picks that I chose to talk about in this video. I tried to include a couple eyeshadow palettes, some lip products, some like face products with the Morphe contour sticks, foundation from Benefit. And so I'm trying to do my best to cover most of the makeup bases in the 10 items that I choose to talk about in these videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the items I talked about, if you're going to buy them, if you're going to pass on them, what you think about the brands that I've talked about as well, because I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. But with that, guys, I have my beautiful little man right here, and he wants some attention, so I'm going to love and leave you, and I will talk to you in the next one. All my love. Bye.